Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition is a niche version of Minecraft with its own sets of differences, and I chose to speedrun this game because of it. My name is Taylor, as I go by on YouTube as Blunder Policy, and I hold the world record for Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition for any percent set seed. This will be an in-depth video on what is currently the most efficient way to speedrun this game, the known strategies for such, and also the challenges that are faced. It will also double as an explanation of my own speedrun. The current best time for this game is 7 minutes 50 seconds and 500 milliseconds, and a recording of this run will be played on and off in the background as a reference for what I am speaking about, and images of what my inventory looks like at whatever moment in the video will be updated on screen at the side. The world seed that we use for this run is 66828262. Sadly, the video quality of my run isn't the greatest due to having to record my webcam. I have a capture card, but 3DSs can't use one. If I wanted to, I'd have to have a third party insert a capture card, which would hinder the performance of the console. This is also 3DS's fatal flaw for the game, as Minecraft suffers on this console, with long world loading times and consistent lag when rendering chunks or keeping track of many entities and particles. 3DS's other downfalls are its terrible controls like the C-stick, which I modified myself and inserted a larger PSP stick instead. Still isn't a perfect fix, as using a non-elevated joystick is still hard to control. The touchscreen sucks too, which is not near as responsive as the phone's touchscreen and sometimes requires too much force to properly function efficiently. While the left joystick is made of rubber and grips to your fingers quite well, the directional pad, PSP stick, and other buttons have a more plasticky feel. This can result in a missing crucial inputs due to your fingers sliding off easily and is exacerbated exponentially after long periods of time with sweat. And I'm also recording during summer, so that gets even worse. On the right, I have my timer with 4 main milestones in the run and my chat box in the bottom right. I wasn't streaming at the time though, and only recording when the internet was out. After giving the game time to fully load to avoid as much lag as possible, I begin the run. I take a sharp right turn and dart for the blacksmith. There I begin grabbing wood as I enter the door to gain distance while gathering a block I need. I grab an iron pickaxe which goes to slot 1 of my hotbar, the iron helmet which goes to slot 2 of my hotbar, and 2 diamonds which I place into my inventory. As I'm running out, I grab the wood I broke, equip the helmet, and gather only 1 stick from a dead bush. This is the beginning of passive inventory management throughout the entire run, where I gather necessary items in such a manner where I can manipulate my inventory into organizing itself. I continue in the same direction as I reach a desert temple. There I break into it, using my iron pickaxe, and drop to the bottom, avoiding the TNT connected pressure plate, and grab 3 gold and 3 iron. I also craft my wooden log into 4 wood planks. Here I activate my duplication glitch to duplicate said item into 64 or more. If an item of 3 is in your hotbar, you can select them, pick them up, move them into your inventory, place one down with Y, then click B to cancel. The items will magically be duplicated to 64. Wood, iron, and gold is duplicated. Following the duplication, the wood was used to build out of the temple. While running back towards the village, the pickaxe, iron, and 1 gold in my hotbar are dropped. The pickaxe specifically will be replaced with a faster, though less durable one. In this next part, I actually don't quite do what I'll explain in the video due to human error, but I recover regardless. I jump a gap and craft another 4 sticks and a crafting table to make more items. I craft a gold pickaxe, diamond sword, gold shovel, the rest of my iron armor, 2 buckets, and 3 gold blocks. The crafts are always done in that order to have my inventory just right, like having my pickaxe right beside my shovel. I begin a series of trades with the village's priests and farmer villagers, getting emeralds for gold and duplicating those, getting ender pearls for emeralds and duplicating those, and getting apples for emeralds. An ender pearl is a throwable teleportation device to assist in avoiding running distances and wasting time, but deal damage to you in return. To avoid dealing with this damage and for keeping my hunger up, I use the gold blocks duplicated at any time when trading with the villagers to craft 3 enchanted golden apples. These apples, which I will refer to as god apples, give a plethora of buffs such as enchanted extra hearts, faster generation, and fire resistance. I duplicate these two, move them into my hotbar beside my ender pearls, and continue on. Before leaving, I pearl over to a source of water to gather water for later. I remove the ore from my hotbar to clear room for it so it doesn't go into my inventory. I then begin digging down. Using my shovel and pickaxe, I begin digging down towards the stronghold where the end portal resides, which can teleport me to the final boss. Before this, I'll need to make another portal to get the items necessary to craft the keys to use the end portal. To use another portal, it has to be lit on fire, so I break the gravel on the way down to get flint, to make flint and steel. Gravel only has a 10% chance of dropping flint per block, and I make it a small blunder here. I thought I got flint when I didn't, so I spend an absurd amount of time gathering more gravel until I get flint. Ideally, you get flint on the first or second block. I'll finally get it and then continue down until I reach the roof of the stronghold. Knowing I'm there, I pull up my sword the moment I fall in and kill any silverfish right beneath me. I break the spawner that creates silverfish, block off the door so no enemies sneak up on me, and gather a bucket of lava. Here I make the nether portal, utilizing a trick where you combine water and lava to make obsidian. Place 2 blocks in front of me so the flowing water doesn't push me away, and I begin placing the lava in the water, using all 9 sources of lava beneath the end portal, and the one from earlier. To make another portal, you would normally mine obsidian with a diamond pickaxe, then place them manually, but this is far too inefficient. I then throw away a bucket, so when I craft the flint and steel, it, by default, is placed into my hotbar. I light the nether portal, break a block under the end portal for later, and place extra ender pearls into my hotbar. I'm now teleporting to the nether and waiting for it to load. The large problem with the Nether is enemy spawning. Due to hardware limitations, the console can only spawn 24 hostile enemies spawned at one time. The problem here, though, is that the Nether is a very open area, and typically common enemies such as zombie pigmen spawn instead of what I need, which is blazes. Zombie pigmen aren't even hostile either, unless they are hit, and this is what kills so many runs, where I cannot find any blazes at all. Right as I enter the Nether, I exit the portal and throw a series of well-placed ender pearls until I eventually reach a blaze spawner. I eat a god apple while each pearl is traveling just in case, since I have time. I'm always hesitant to throw pearls into unloaded chunks, as so often they load too late, so the pearl travels into the ground and I end up dying from suffocation. Right as I reach the blaze spawner, two blazes miraculously spawn. Blazes have a 1 in 2 chance of dropping a blaze rod, and I need 2, which means I have a 1 in 4 chance from getting 2 consecutively. With luck on my side, they both drop one, and I make my way back as fast as possible. Typically, what happens is the spawner spawns one or no blazes due to too many hostile mobs, and you have to drop down a hole close to the spawner to hunt for blazes that spawned individually. As I arrive at the portal, I craft the 2 blaze rods into 4 blaze powder and duplicate them into 64. Combined with the ender pearls, they can make eyes of ender, which are the keys to the end portal. I craft them while teleporting and organize my inventory. In hindsight, I should have dropped my flint and steel once the rods were in my inventory, so when I crafted the blaze powder, they by default went into my hotbar, and also dropped my buckets. When I crafted the eyes, they by default went into my hotbar too, but it is how it is. While waiting for this to load, shout out to my friend Aaron. He helped me tremendously with the script. His Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram handles are Galileo Rotten. When I arrive back, I walk through the hole I made prior and stand directly inside the bottom of the end portal, where I had gathered the lava from. I use 2 blocks to build up, so when the portal spawns, it immediately puts me inside. The portal can have any amount of eyes already inside their slots, and this one has 2. I place the remaining 10 while combating lag and the game freezes, meaning I'm being teleported to the final boss. The first thing that must be done for the boss fight against the Ender Dragon is destroy all the crystals atop the towers that can heal it. Right as I enter, I begin by turning left while looking at the ground so I don't aggravate the nearby Enderman by making eye contact, and I pearl to the shortest tower. I eat a god apple so I'm at full health, and I teleport up to the cage tower and break the first crystal. From here, I throw a pearl directly at each crystal, blowing them up when I make direct contact with them. This is the only possible way due to a combination of being at full health from each god apple and full iron armor. Typically in a normal Minecraft speedrun, you use projectiles of some type to break the crystals from below, but since the render distance and aiming are horrendous, I use this method. Also, I begin at the shortest tower as it's very easy to land on with the cage being there rather than trying to land on the highest tower with a more than perfectly placed pearl from the beginning. During the fight, the dragon can shoot magic fireballs, which explode and deal damage to you. The damage isn't the problem, though. It's the lag that comes with the particles when it explodes. In the latter half of the fight, after the crystals are broken, the dragon lands so you can deal damage. You must swing at the head for optimal damage. Typically, I would build a pillar on top of the last tower so I can easily get away from where the dragon perches as it comes back faster when you're far away, and also to make sure it shoots magic at me from where I'll be when I'm damaging it, but the dragon hits me off. From here, I just have to wait until it lands for me several times, and I can finish it off. From here, I'm going to let the video play so you guys can watch the end. Right here, I'm actually jumping when I hit the dragon, and so you can get critical hit damage. If you're falling as you swing, your sword will do double the damage. Oh my god. In hindsight, I've also should have probably backed away a lot farther here because the dragon didn't land for like 40 seconds, and that really messed me up. Knowing I have the record though, I hop into where the final portal to beat the game will spawn. Despite there being magic everywhere inside the portal, I jump in anyways and then the magic kills me. This is actually okay though, since as long as your dead body's inside the portal, you beat the game. Naturally, since I crushed the last record by nearly a minute, I freak out and yell in celebration. As I freak out in the background, I hope this video can convince you that despite Minecraft on the 3DS being a niche game, it can be considered a recognizable speedrunning game and category. Please consider following, subscribing to my handles down below, and you can contact me there if you'd like more information. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Minecraft on my new Nintendo 3DS. I'll see you guys when I have the next record and inevitably reach under 7 minutes.